Welcome everyone to another session where we develop and nurture all things in our Christian faith. Have you ever wondered what it's like to become a priest? What does a typical day look like for a seminarian? What experiences or encounters call them to walk this path? My name is Aclan and I'm with Allan, a seminarian who is currently working with us in our parish in his studies to become a priest. Firstly, Allan, on behalf of all our parishioners and the community, I'd like to welcome you to the Nazareth Parish and I hope you enjoy your time here. Now, COVID 2.0 has made things a little bit more challenging and difficult for you to introduce yourself and engage with the parishioners. So today I thought we'd spend a bit of time getting to know you. So if you'd like, can you start off with maybe a bit of a background in terms of what are your interests, where you're studying and so forth?
Sure. So thanks for having me, Eckhart. My name is Allan. I'm a seminarian, a fourth-year seminarian. And a seminarian means you're studying to be a priest, really. So that's what it is. So I was born in the Philippines, and then my family moved in 2004. And then I went to high school here, uni, worked for a bit. And during those times when I was working, I was thinking of becoming a priest during that time. And also, to be able to get some sort of experience. And I studied, what did I do? So I was a part of a youth group when I was a kid. And
so was it at the youth group that where you sort of found to yourself to become engaged with God or God's work?
Well, yeah, you can say that. It was more about, my parents helped me out with my faith. They were able to teach me to go to Mass and the importance of it. But as a kid, I wasn't able to sort of link it to my personal life. And then the youth group helped me with that. I was surrounded with friends who were of the same, wavelength. We were supporting each other. And then, so I guess from there, my relationship with God grew to become more personal, and it became richer and deeper as time went by. So I did that when I was in high school and when I was in uni for a bit as well with the young adults group. And then, and I ended up going to the seminary.
So it sounds like it was a bit of a journey, or your calling to become a priest. There wasn't one big powerful moment or anything like that, or it was just an ongoing journey?
Oh, well, I think it's a bit of both for some people, but for myself, I think it's more like a gentle sort of whisper. I think God knows me well enough to know that anything all of a sudden extraordinary, I don't think I'll be able to handle it. So it sort of gently guides me through the right way. And I've felt that mostly whenever I go to Mass, just to have that intimate, conversation with God after Holy Communion. So and it was a gradual thing. Filled with questions and whatnot.
Lovely. Okay, and look, I'd like to know, and I'm sure many other people would like to know, in your day as a seminarian, what would be a normal, typical day? Can you sort of break that down for us a little bit?
Sure. Well, it's sort of like semi-monastic in a sense that you have common, you have prayer in common, you have dinner in common with the community. So we wake up around 6 o'clock, 6ish, just for a morning prayer at 6:45. I wake up at 6:45, and then so after the prayers for an hour and a half, we would have breakfast, and then the rest of the day will be filled with anything. So it could be studying for the whole day, or it could be some pastoral work, or it could be some personal time if you've got any studies that you need to do or some other interests that you pursue. What else? And then reconvene back at the seminary for evening prayer, which consists of divine office and then rosary, and then we eat in common again, and then just have a bit of a time for ourselves, and then go to and then night prayer. And then same thing happens the next day. So it's quite structured, but at the same time, it gives us a full day, the whole daylight, to be able to do things that we need to do. So when we study, we actually go to, we actually walk there. It takes about 20 minutes from the seminary in Carlton to CTC. And then we also have opportunities to go to parish, some placements like going to schools or hospitals or prisons, nursing homes, you name it. So,
Well, it sounds like a bit of a jam-packed day, and it must be nice to sort of bounce off ideas and just your learning with other seminarians throughout the day as well.
Oh yes, definitely. The common time that we have is like a sort of an outlet for us, just to we can ask them about how their day went. Sometimes we don't get to see each other until we see each other in common. So that's the opportunity for us to debrief and say, this is what I did today. Oh, cool. This is what I did today. This is how I felt with this sort of engagement I had in the pastoral sense. Or, I'm struggling with studies or something like that. So we're all there to support each other. And the brotherhood is actually very important. So, yeah.
Great. I think it's nice for some of our students to hear that becoming a priest isn't just about studying the Bible, I guess. There's a lot more to it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, at the seminary, to be honest, we've got, there's plenty of things that we do there just to keep ourselves busy and keep the community spirit alive. For example, we've got the usual stuff like the working bee and stuff, but we do have other events like sports days, or every second Friday we do Friday sports. But in the larger sense, we have a soccer tournament that it's an inter-seminary soccer tournament that happens every year. So we verse all these seminaries all over the country. So one of the times that we actually meet as seminarians all over the country into the one place to, play sports and also to get in contact with each other. So it's a lot of fun stuff happening there. So there's plenty of creative ways to be able to keep the community going, and it's always fun there.
So it sounds like you like your football there, Allan.
Oh yeah, well, in terms of soccer, I was never a soccer fan until I actually entered the seminary.
Okay.
Neither did I used to play soccer until I entered the seminary. So which is good. But in terms of the footy, the AFL though, I've always been a fan of the AFL. I've watched Geelong's always been my team since we came here in Australia. And then I watched them as many times as I could I can.
Well, it sounds like you're in the right place if you want to be a Geelong fan anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling myself, I don't know what did I do to deserve this. This is too good to be true. Anyway.
Well, maybe there might be an opportunity to bring football, footy and faith together somehow.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Now, with your time down here, is there anything specific or what you look to be or how to be involved in your time here in Nazareth Parish?
Well, actually, I like to be able to get in touch with schools usually, and nursing homes. But these are obviously with the current times that we're in, it's pretty difficult to be able to do that. So I guess I'm sort of forced in such a way to be creative in my approach to getting to know people. So I guess even a simple phone call would be nice, just to chat with the parishioners, see how they're going, and that the parish is there for them. I think it's simple gestures like those. I think they go a long way, even if they're not physical. At least there's some sort of tangible element that we have in terms of communicating with people.
I guess during COVID times, it definitely forces people to be a little bit more creative about how to connect together and gather together as people of faith, I think.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
And now I have to ask, is there any one specific type of area in terms of our Christian faith that you are generally more called to than others? Is there an area that you are very, very passionate about or would like to unpack further?
I guess so. I mean, I guess in terms of teaching the faith, I think that's I'm very interested in that. Now, I think the truth is always there, but the way that we approach it and how we teach the faith, I think that's just as important as well. And I think that's what I'm interested in, is to be able to find ways to be able to communicate to people communicate the faith or present the faith to people that is true, that is good, that is beautiful. And I think that enough will be able to lure them in and see for themselves that the faith is beautiful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be a great asset to have, not only for the parish and the community, but also for the schools in our community as well. I think that might be an opportunity for you to tap into the schools and share your knowledge and your wisdom and your general passion of faith.
Yeah. Well, I hope so too. And I'm also conscious with the approach. So I like to be able to. I hope I find a creative way to approach the faith in an engaging sort of manner too. So there's plenty of things to learn as well in the parish context, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Lovely. Well, look, is there anything you wish to add, Allan, before we finish off today in terms of getting to know our community and living the life of faith?
Well, I guess I'm here. The parish is here for you, and that we are praying for you, and we'd like to pray with you as well. And even if we don't see each other in the physical context, I'm sure we'll be able to find ways to connect with each other, either via phone call or something rather, or through the digital means. But the voice of prayer is never silent, as one of the hymns says. So I'm looking forward to be able to see you all in person one day when this COVID thing finishes, and I'm looking forward to it.
Great. And if we want to contact you, is the best way through the parish office?
Yeah, I think so. It might go to the voicemail, but I know Tracy will be working from home. So anything, it'll get diverted, or she'll let me know then if somebody calls and wants to ask.
Great. It's probably, yeah, excellent. It'll probably be directed, I'd say, to let you know.
Yeah. I'm not sure how it works here.
Well, thanks, Allan. Thanks for taking your time to respond and chat today. And it's great to have a seminarian to be part of our parish and to give insight to see how you are inspired by God and doing God's work. And I, for one, and others, I'm sure, in the community, are looking forward to meeting you and working with you in your time spent in our parish. So thank you for joining.
Thanks, Aclan. Thanks, everyone.